Four times prior to this?
No, reported to the mayor. There's a couple of them. I don't know if you followed this some years ago. I forget if it was last time we did this, when we did the veterans. It was quite controversial. There was a proposal to move the office of, I forget the name, the Veterans Affairs, Service Representatives, and move that and from not reporting directly to the mayor, and to put it, and I don't remember where it was to be put, and the vets came in, and they were all upset because we didn't want a voice directed to the mayor. Okay, well, that's fine. That was what their position was. But it's the same structural thing. There are some offices, for whatever reason, why they were established that way, predates my involvement with the city, but they were set up that way that instead of reporting to a commissioner, they reported directly to the mayor. So this simply takes that office and puts it under a commissioner, as opposed to the chain of command going from this office directly to the mayor. My understanding is that the Economic Development Office actually kind of works through the Department of Planning and Development now anyway. That this is just simply to take the charter and make the charter conform to reality, because that's the way I understand it.
But the funny thing is, this is the way it was in 91-95. I think when Ed Sheeran was here, it did report to there. Maybe they're trying to get back to that now. I'm also curious.
We're going the other way. We're trying to get it to go to report to the Commissioner of Planning and Development,
which is the way it was when Zaleski was mayor.
Yeah.
I'm also curious if this has anything to do with the rule on the books that the mayor's office and its employees in aggregate can't be paid less than the council members and their employees in the aggregate.
Not that there's been any discussion as far as the issues.
So are you saying the mayor's direct reports, or the mayor's all people that report through the mayor? Because if it's all people that report through the mayor, this is still one of them.
This became an issue when the council did a budget transfer about 6 months ago.
I don't think
we were told that if they did that budget transfer, then we would be making more than the mayor's office.
You need to, from our perspective, if that's a concern of yours, put it in written comments, or if you think that that's a problem, just let us know, and then the commission will take it up. But it's not something that we had heard, or that was but this is the reason for the public hearing. So if you have that concern, you got a week to get the information together and get it to us, so we can take, look into that.
If I could ask another question on the...
Are you now up for the public hearing? Are you up?
Well, I'm really asking for a point of clarification before I make a comment, and I'm probably not going to make a comment tonight because I need the clarification so I can go back since I was reading it for the first time. But on the fact that you're urging that the capital budget and the city budget be adopted concurrently and not later than June 1st of the given year, what's the default for non-compliance? I mean, in New York State, there's always been a thing saying that if the budget isn't adopted by a certain day, then last year's budget goes into place.
Whatever, I don't know, Chuck, what the provisions are in the charter in that regard. We're not looking to change it. Whatever the default is, if there is one, I don't even know if there is one.
There is.
Well, we haven't looked to change it. You think that the commission should do that and put a default in, put that in the comment.
Yeah, I mean, because we had this discussion, and one of the things is that the city council currently is supposed to do a capital budget by June 1st, as they are supposed to do. I mean, this is almost redundant. It's already in the charter as to what we have to do. The thing is, we are entitled to put forth a capital budget of zero. And we're also entitled to put forth a capital budget at a subsequent point in the year. So de facto, that means that if we miss the deadline, we have indeed done a capital budget of zero, and then we're doing it somewhere. So I don't know that this gets anywhere.
Well, that's an important comment for you to make. If you feel that the amendment is not doing anything, we would like to know that, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, I'll go back and draft something that's intelligent.
That would be great.
So, when we begin public hearing, comments? Have you signed?
Yes, I have.
I don't need to see. I think you work.
Good evening. nice to see so many people here tonight. My question, where is the transcriptionist for this public hearing?
There is.
Is that legal? So there's no requirement to have an official record?
Do you have a comment about?
It is a comment about
I'm going to
this.
ask you a question, because we go around and around on this. Do you have,
I
do you
have
have a
a
comment
lot of
about?
comments about this, yes, I do.
I'm
I
ready
want
to
to
hear
know,
your excuse me.
I
I'm not gonna
want
talk,
to
I'm
know,
not
no,
gonna
it's a
talk
public hearing and I'm allowed to speak now.
You're
And you're
cut-
supposed to listen to me. And I want to know, how can this be a public hearing if there's no public record of it?
I'm not going to answer your questions, Deidre. I'm going to listen to what you have to say about the substance of these proposed pieces of legislation. If you want to take issue with the process this Charter Commission operates in, if you feel that it's illegal, you think that there's something going on that's wrong, and you turn around and you address whatever your legal remedies are, you go feel free to do that. But tonight is a public hearing about two pieces of legislation. If you have a substantive comment about them, make them. If you have a problem with the Commission's process, and you don't like the way the Commission does its business, then you have all your legal remedies, and please avail yourself of them, okay?
I would like an explanation. You were kind enough to answer Mr. Lesnick's
Mr.
question.
Lesnick's questions
involve.
involve the substance of the
And
legislation
this
before
involves
us.
the substance of this public hearing.
No, it does not. It does not. It does not.
Sorry.
Will there be a public record?
Sorry.
Will there be a public
Deidre.
record of this hearing? That's what I want to know.
Ms. Deidre, I wanted to say to you that I respect the fact that you're so interested in what's going on and that you show up and you come in. I really do respect that. In terms of tonight's process, only thing that we're here for tonight is to hear comments on those two pieces of
Well,
legislation. So, excuse me, Ms.
when
Deidre.
do you take public comments otherwise?
We don't.
We don't.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, my comments are the following. I want to know where this meeting was legally noticed, because every public hearing I've ever been to, they say, as per the legal notice that appeared. You don't have to answer the question, I'm just putting it on the record. Where was this public hearing legally noticed? I want to say that when I went to the city website, there was a notice of a public hearing with no information as to the substance of the public hearing. I want to know how you expect the public to make intelligent comments on the substance of these two resolutions when you do not provide them to the public in advance. I want to know what happened to the other proposals that the commission considered. I want to put it on the record that I myself made several suggestions. I never received any official response whatsoever as to whether or not they were going to be pursued or not pursued. I also want to know, how is it possible that you reviewed the entire charter when you just said yourself that you couldn't answer a question of Mr. Lesnick's? This charter commission, my understanding, you're supposed to review the whole charter and then find issues with it. I don't see that that happened, and I don't understand where these two proposals came from. I would also like to know who proposed these and when were they discussed. I missed one meeting out of all the meetings that you've had. Either I saw a record of the meeting or I was at the meeting. None of these were discussed. I want to know when they were discussed. I think I have the right to know that as a public citizen who pays your salary, Mr. Barshaw. My taxes pay your salary. So I think I have the right to know when all this happened. And my final comment is that I feel that there were several important items that the commission obviously did not fail to address. And I want to know, as Mr. Lesnick asked, why couldn't these two items be addressed in some other mechanism? Couldn't the mayor have just proposed legislation to the city council to then put on a referendum? I don't understand why it had to be done through the Charter Commission. I really don't. They seem to be such minor tweakings. And I'm hoping that as a result of this Charter Commission meeting, that you're going to say that nothing else is wrong with the charter. And maybe we won't have to have a Charter Commission meeting next year. Because I feel like as a citizen of the city, I was treated with complete disrespect by this commission. And I hold every single one of you responsible. And anyone who served on this board should realize that. The way this commission was conducted, I think,
I'm sorry, I'm
is
going to
very questionable.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you.
Totally questionable.
I'm going to ask you to address your issues to the two items that are proposed.
Those are my, I can't say anything else about them because I just saw this 2 minutes ago. Maybe by Monday I'll have something substantive to say.
Thank you.
But I don't understand how you can expect to get an intelligent comment when you hand this to somebody that I had to ask for. You didn't even hand it out. I had to come and ask for it. Thank you. And I hope this is on the record, and I'm going to be foiling for the record this meeting, by the way.